Who don't know, I'm Elarala Divine Melchizedek, and this is my spiritual name. And you can find me at www.elarala.divinemelchizedek.com, my website. And the whole premise of having this video is to really introduce you guys to the premise of my two offerings. I have two offerings. I have this Sophia Leadership Mastery program, which is basically a component of my fundamental program of the Sisterhood of Light. So it's a training process for individuals and women who are just starting to step into this divine feminine essence and energy at an energy level, and playing with the modalities of vision quest and shamanic practices and energy work and crystals and energy itself, and using it and applying it to their life. The Sophia Leadership Mastery Program is one step a little bit higher to that. This is focusing on more my women out there who are already in the field, they're already practicing, for example, a tantrika, or a mindfulness leader, or a psychologist, or a leader in energy, or a tarot card reader, anyone that's within the field already that's practicing, and you want to elevate the consciousness of your work, your business, your reality, the energy you physically hold, the ability to proliferate that energy into the reality. This program is provided for that. The Sisterhood of the Light is more of an introduction level. It allows a woman who is just navigating into the world, you're kind of new to energy, or you've been a couple years in, which is fine, and you really want to embody more of what you know is available to you, but you just can't anchor it into your life day to day. This allows you to understand the support to anchor it into your life day to day. The reason why I brought up the Magdalena and the Sisterhood of the Rose is because for those of you who watch my YouTube channel, you'll see there's quite a few videos in the past 2 years that I have talking about these topics. And the Sisterhood of the Rose energy is looking at different rays of light, from one could say, or different aspects of energy, and making it wholer into our body and being, and knowing how to use these different aspects and powers within our body. So it's womb energy, heart energy, your chakras. We can affiliate these lights and these rays into any way we want, really, just to become more aware of our whole energy totality, also in a physical form. Magdalena is quite a powerful force for the 20th century woman. She's been coming to women independently without anybody asking, and awakening women one by one.
Wow.
Very beautiful phenomenon that's happening with the divine feminines and with the world right now. Very beautiful. And other aspects of Mary Magdalene, for those of you who are familiar with the Sophia Code or any other books like that, there's other goddess archetypes that we can work with as well. There's like Isis, there's Kuan Yin, there's Hathor, there's Mother Mary, which Mother Mary and I work very deeply together. She's my main guiding force. And she really was one of the individuals to help facilitate my journey, my process, and whatever we see now, today. So she really helped facilitate my spiritual name, my website, my visions, my knowing that that the Sisterhood of the Light is something very important. And Sisterhood of the Light, the way I explain it, and I'm not too sure if this articulates correctly to everybody or not, but the Sisterhood of the Light is like the founding next step, or the founding layer beyond the Sisterhood of the Rose. And you don't have to be a Sister of the Rose to go to the Sister of the Light, but you can be a Sister of the Rose and go to the Sister of the Light. So it's like the evolution beyond and expanding more. So it's really amazing to be able to be facilitating this and bringing this. It's really exciting and beautiful. But it's a lot to fathom to present it to the world, to be honest. And I'm really excited to have women come in line and interact with this type of energy. And there's such, I don't want to say esoteric, but like an essence way.
Essence way, yeah.
It's very essence. It's very subtle. It's a very divine feminine flow. And with this energy, you're not saying necessarily goodbye to anything that you've learned in the Sisterhood of the Rose. You're just taking it on, and you're escalating, expanding it further now. So you really are having the energies of Magdalena, you're having the energies of Mother Mary, Sophia, Isis, Kuan Yin, all these, and then amplifying it to really this like creator being within you, and really learning how to work with the new world. We always say the new world. So really working with new world energy and having this cultivated at a higher level, And then this also does ask a lot of us to step up more into holding in our body more of this energy and this frequency.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. And for whom would be like good benefits from your program? For what kind of people, women, men?
So basically for the individuals that I am calling in are women who are dedicated onto this path and really want to ground in their spirituality the day to day. It's for any woman that is seeing the calling of the divine feminine, but as well as the dedication. These programs are extensive. They are looking between, depending on which version you get, between 4 to 10 hours a month for about a year to 2 years. It's a long-term commitment. The reason why I have this long-term commitment is because integration and a slowness in the soft divine feminine needs time to cultivate, and subtle energy needs to sink within our reality. Many times when we do it quickly, it's not necessarily wrong, but we're not necessarily looking at the full capacity of everything that could be cultivated there. So we really want to allow time for that. And also it builds community, it builds community, it builds connection. And one of the energies of the new earth and the Sophia light is that we want that connectivity, we want that engagement with other women and people who resonate. So it builds and has frequency. And also our nervous system and our body gets used to generating and vibrating at that energy level. So this really allows the embodiment and integration process for us to hold our energy more and be more confident in living the truth we know that is true.
Yeah, that's what mostly people need now, like to lead themselves.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
And what is the value, the more value that maybe you can tell more like in different aspects what the value of this program that people can get and develop.
Yes, definitely. So the value of this program is it's a whole holistic package. You really are focusing at different levels. So you were looking at the human aspect, which all of us know very well. It's our physical body, our emotions, our mental body, our sensuality, our sexuality, as well as spiritual. We navigate the spiritual essence in each of these layers, but not ignoring the truth of our layer, the truth of our body, the truth of our breath, the truth of our physical ability to touch, engage, our mental, our emotional. We're dealing with these things are not being ignored. They're very much part of the healing aspect of this. And not just healing, it's integration. So we're working with it in tandem as a relationship. So that's really amazing of value because you're being incrementally engaged in each layer of our subtle bodies and our bodies to have our energy and have our source light or the magic or whatever you want to call it come into us in each of these layers.
Yeah.
So this is very important. You're also receiving training with these packages. The training is like a 3-parter. There's a lot of theory, as in after the span of the 4 to 5 years I've had receiving this consciousness from Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, specifically Mother Mary mostly, and Sophia, the consciousness as well, and just working with the land because I spent a lot of years, like about 2 years, going to very sacred land areas on the earth and really just sitting and meditating and like having this land speak to me. So after 2 years of this investment of this is all what's really going to be taught, is the knowledge from these different land sites, what's coming out from this area. We're looking at the different archetypes of women. We're looking at different meditation tools, different types of ways to engage with energy. For those of you who know what light language is, this is something that will be engaged in training. We will look at scribing and looking at how to activate our body to make energy more tangible versus than something that's a subtle feeling. So it's very tangible to work with. For those of you that don't know, maybe you don't know what light language is. Light language is actually like a sound healing and a toning. Yeah, so it's just like when you just tone it from your voice.
Yeah,
but it's no language on earth.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a jumble that comes. But people get very reactive towards it. Yeah, so that's what this is. Yeah, this is what it is.
Amazing.
So the training encompasses these energy modalities, but as well as the theories and then the practicalities. So there will be homework associated. I do give homework. So that's why it's a large investment. It is. And I do ask like a high commitment from the individuals because of this. And then if you are deciding to go with the Sophia Leadership Mastery Program, I take your business to a whole different level. So I can only teach business from what I know on a physical plane. So I can only give you the platforms I'm familiar with. the ways I know. I don't know the insides and outs, but what I do know is the spiritual aspect of business and how to navigate the way that we feel into business and how we can extend and kind of overcome those boundaries between the physical world and and spiritual world, the physical, and really merging the two to bring it home and taking our spiritual body, being okay to be in the physical world as a serving individual in the spiritual world. So we work with that kind of aspect with our body residents and how we're engaging with our business and how we interact with it, how we view it in a deep down part of ourselves. And it becomes more about getting our vehicle and our vessel that's extended from us, as part of us now, is extended onto the physical world and the engaging world, and having it radiate this higher frequency that we are stepping into now. So yeah, so that's really the three fundamental parts of my training. It's a high investment. I have to say that it's, like I said, it's 2 years long. If you're doing the Sophia Leadership Mastery program, the Sisterhood of the Light training is only 1 year, but like I said, it's between 4 to 10 hours a month. And but I'd still love to see you guys there. Absolutely love to see women who are gravitated to this type of work and they feel value towards it. And I think one of the beauties about serving in this level is the possibility that unfolds. It's the possibility that unfolds. Watching individuals and people, and even myself, engage with this reality that becomes larger and bigger. And then seeing women step into their power, seeing the work become more creative, and then also the energy and the essence of the divine feminine, and like Magdalena and Mother Mary and these archetypes and like the goddess movement and the divine feminine essence. It's really an energy that speaks on its own. It's so powerful.
That's what's really we need. All the aspects you say, I feel like it's really all that has to be now in the society right now. Even like that, we have to like just integrate this into all and create something beautiful. And like I think already it's visible, but maybe you can say like why are you doing this? Like what is your great idea? But you already know this, I think.
I think the reason why I'm doing it, I have two answers. I have two versions of my answer for that. I could say like I kind of don't have a choice. It's my path. I've been very directly guided. It's like it's this way or no way. Like and I'm not doing it because I don't want to. I absolutely love it and I'm excited and it feels amazing to find your soul alignment and your soul purpose. It's an amazing feeling. Absolutely, it's such a gift from the heavens to have that available to us. All of us, we all have this available. Absolutely. But in addition, the reason why I'm doing this is I think I can't speak it from an individual level. Like I can't answer that from an individual level. Like, oh, I'm doing this for something. I feel like this is a movement for all women. This is something for all people and all humanity. No matter what level it manifests and creates into, the fact that it's an essence in physical form and realization, and this is something that's cultivating and forming in our universe and with people and with our energies of divine feminine itself is so powerful. And just to be part of it and being, honestly, just being in the role of having the ability to serve this to women, it's very exciting. It's very, very exciting, and I can't wait to share with more women, and I can't wait to share it with like a lot of people, and to see how each woman takes it and makes it her own and grows into it and develops and it proliferates out into the world more. I think that's even more of an excitement to me than the actual, like obviously it's going to be a lot of work for 2 years. I understand this, and I'm sure the person who's going to commit to this is going to understand it too. But the real excitement is how they take it and run with it.
Well, did you have like maybe like what is your inspiration? Like what already happened with the woman that you was working with? Like.
Oh, okay. So I've worked with quite a few women. So I'm only 2.5 years into this. I've worked with 4 women in total with this program, and 2 of them I'm still working with containers with them. But so far, what I've seen with the women that come to me is that they really get more activated. I think one thing about the spiritual journey right now is that when we're in it, things get normal. So something that feels really exciting at first is just normal. So like when a client breaks through their ability to believe in their visions, or believe into their dreams, or believe into the messages. And one of the most common things I get from my clients is like, this is gonna sound crazy. And then they say it, and I say, oh, I had that same vision about 2 weeks ago, and there's 5 other sisters that have the exact same vision as you did in the same 2 weeks. And then, oh my God, this is real. A lot of women get that community and that realization that they're part of something grander and bigger. The women that I'm working with, because I'm only 2 years into it, now they're starting to step into service more, but they really came from a place of thinking they're alone and nobody to resonate with, to community individuals that are actually 2T of what they're receiving and they're alchemizing, creating from. We also are building a community, I didn't mention this yet, but we're building a community that is to support women who want to kind of go into like grid work or more grassroots kind of like service. So one aspect of this is women want to travel and go to these sacred sites, and they want the support to do it, and they don't know how to do that. So we're working on a little program or a platform for that, as well as eventually, hopefully, when we have enough individuals, I can make maybe some kind of financial offering to women who can apply for grants. Yeah, so hopefully in the future, this is going to be something with enough women coming online. I'll be able to help support women who are starting off and really need that added support in addition. So hopefully in the future pipeline, these things are like that will be up and running, and that will hopefully support a lot more women to feel more confident and supported to come online more and do what their heart's calling, because they have this added layer of support with them. So in addition to the physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, you also have financial support for your root chakra now as well. So so but for now, right now, I just have my 2 programs right now, which is the Sophia Leadership Mastery Program and then the Sisterhood of Light training. And I would love to see you guys there.